Yeah, sports have changed a lot, I guess, over the years.
Baseball.
We were just saying before the show that my version of 4v4 basketball should be implemented. It would just be a better sport. And
where they have knives.
5 is too many. Yeah, and knives. Yeah, 4v4 knives.
They need to either make basketball 4v4 or make the court bigger to force people to have to actually run.
I've wondered if making them nets higher would be good, right?
Nets higher, court bigger.
But yeah, that make dunking really impressive.
And
would
smaller.
make dunking
it smaller
impressive
too. Make it 3 harder.
There's something to be said for watching them do like ridiculous, making it look easy, doing the ridiculous athletic stuff that they wouldn't pull off on a higher net.
Let me ask you this. Is there a guy in every game who can make plays like that look easy? I think the answer is yes. There's one on every team, right?
A couple.
So is it really that special? Like, wouldn't it be cool if there was like 3 guys in the fucking world who could dunk and make it look slick? Be like, oh shit, here it comes. like
it would look like the 50s game.
There's not a guy out there who can't dunk. Like even I bet the shortest, least athletic NBA player can dunk in a cool way. He's not doing that silly double-handed white man dunk. He can do a cool dunk. So I'm saying it's not impressive anymore. I don't care that you can dunk. I can dunk on the fucking 8-foot goal in my backyard, dude. Like maybe I can't spin, but I'm not getting paid to watch either. like, get the fuck out of here. I'm not impressed. Put that thing up 12.5 feet tall. Make that court 25% bigger in every dimension. And now let's play. Let's see what you can do. And make the goal, whatever you call it, the rim smaller. Make the ball barely fit. Make it hard as fuck to sink a
Grab
three.
it from a carnival.
Make goaltending.
Don't make it impossible, but make it hard.
You know what I think? Easy. I think goaltending should be legal for your own team. I think that would lead to some fun plays. Like if I could just put it. So right now, if the ball's on the downward trajectory, you can't touch it. And if the ball's in the cylinder, I think I have my rules right. If the ball's in the cylinder that the rim creates, like an imaginary cylinder, you can't touch it in there. It has to like bounce out of it for you to get it, or it has to be in an upward trajectory.
I understand.
I think it'd be cool if same team could touch it on the downward trajectory. Then it would be all kinds of like
alley-oops,
assists, alley-oops, like, wacky sort of teamwork plays that would be fun to see.
I bet it breaks the game with people that athletic. I bet, again, if a bunch of us are out and like that's the new rule, it's like, oh, it's a silly version. It's a lot more fun and exciting. But I bet when you take those super athletes who do it for a living and get paid $50 million a year or whatever to do it, they find a way to make that break the fucking game in a way that
like
can't
let's
watch
say
anymore.
I shoot a 3-point shot. Now you're athletic guy under the net. You get to decide whether you want to see if my 3 falls or turn it into a 2 by touching it yourself. And I wonder, like, we start moneyballing that and seeing how this game develops.
Yeah,
interesting.
I'm just gonna keep my white stupid ideas to myself and watch MMA because that's what I should do.
Never say that, Kyle. Let those stupid ideas fly. I love it. And you know what? What's funny is like people will leave comments mad about like talking about basketball like this. The Taylor doesn't know anything about that sport. That's true.
No,
that's a fact. I don't know anything about basketball.
I'm just trying to give you a way to make your sport interesting enough that I would care to learn. Like your sport fucking blows. The most. Here's how I know your sport blows. What's the percentage? Like every time you go down the court, how often is it a score versus the defense making a save? I'll call it. Like how often is the offense successful when they go down the court?
More often
42%.
Really?
Like
they score. The defense wins more than they lose in basketball.
That sounds right. Well, no, I'm going by shooting percentages, and I'm not counting offensive rebounds and such. Maybe it's higher than that.
Yeah, with offensive rebounds, it's got. I would guess that it's 75+% of the time. I would think it's even higher than that. It seems like every time you go down the court, that if the defense makes a stop, it's like, oh, all right, let's go. It's like a shock.
Not as someone who doesn't watch basketball, like I'll see a highlight and it looks like there's a rule of like, oh, one person on each team is the designated can't play defense guy, legally not allowed to play against the rules. That guy can't play defense. Like that's what it looks like because you'll see like clearly the lower tier players like kind of jog it up, and then you'll see someone who like has nothing but job security like on their phone.
I played
like he's just walking back to the
played basketball on this Pee-wee
on
league.
their phone.
And I remember playing Pee-wee basketball, and then the guy boop, boop, blew the whistle. I had the ball. I was trying to get a score. So, what is it? GameStop. He's traveling. You took 2.5 or 3 steps or something without bouncing the ball. And I was like, but I had it. Like I was doing and I didn't mean to. And yeah, you can't run with the ball, Kyle. And I didn't know. They run with the ball every fucking night in the NBA. You turn on fucking TV, they're running around with that thing like it's football at this point.
I'm not an expert on this, but I saw a YouTube video that really demonstrated how traveling works, and it has changed, like Kyle said. In the 50s, all those players super unathletic, they're dribbling like an elementary school kid, right? Well, that was the rule. You could only touch the top of the ball. You couldn't do this like hold it from the bottom, carry side to side stuff. And I don't know if they changed the rules or changed the enforcement of the rules, but now the kind of handles that a basketball player is allowed to have and how he holds it from the side, and you can just do a lot more with the ball than you could in the 50s. So obviously there's super athletes, maybe the best athletes in
ball's
sports.
Too small as well. The ball needs to be bigger.
But so they're better athletes, but also the enforcement's different, and that's part of why basketball's gotten so flashy.
That's the other thing I would do. Instead of making the rim smaller, I would make the ball bigger. That's what needs to be done. The ball's way too small.
Make it
heavier.
Like when you're a kid trying to play ball and you're trying to just do some of the things that you can do when you can hold the ball with one hand. Like if you ever watch somebody they've got it like put out over here, they're holding the goddamn ball and they're analyzing the defense real quick. And
like it's a tennis ball.
Yeah, they're all right. Well, the ball's over here, fucker. You stay over there. I have nothing to think about because all your buddies are over there. All right, I figured this out, and the ball's here, and here we go. Like now I've got a plan. Fuck that. Fuck being able to do that, dude.
Yeah, I can't do that even.
Clearly,
slightly.
the ball's too fucking small for your gigantic mitts. Like
it should be such a big ball that it's hazardous.
And heavy.
No, you're right. I'm sorry. I went too far.
There should be knockouts every game.
There should be you know what? Add fighting. See if that pans out.
I'm just trying to find a way.
Not even fighting, just checking.
Make the sport interesting to me. But if it just seems awful to me. I don't get it. I try to watch. I've watched some NFL recently, and I've gotten more into that because that's